G'day Drew, good to see you again mate.
Shah, how are you?
So what are we doing today?
This is a brand new, straight off the shelf, 2022 Nissan Patrol.
Yep.
The customer has asked us to, he doesn't like chrome and he doesn't like gloss black, so
okay.
we're making this, stealthing this thing out basically. So with a satin black finish,
yep.
not matte. Satin is becoming really popular here, and it's called Chrome Delete, where we delete out all the chrome on this car, which is pretty much everywhere, the door handles and things, and that's a really tricky thing to do.
Right, all right.
So every part of this car will be satin black, which looks a lot like the window rubbers, which is kind of what's
oh yeah, I see.
Cool. Yeah, it's a bit more bling than matte black.
All right, well I look forward to following on the process, and it's good to get an idea of different things that you can do, so it'll be interesting to have a look at it.
It's one of the biggest trucks that we do, so it'll take about sort of 6 solid days work.
Fair enough.
About 27 metres of wrap vinyl, so
wow.
It's going to be a big job.
Hell of a job. All right, well, we'll get into it.
All right.
First up, we just need to say a really big thanks to Drew and the crew down here at Stick It Signs and the wrap booth for letting us come in and take a look at their process today. Once again, it's been a really fascinating insight into the way that wraps actually go onto vehicles, and it's really great to see the beginning and the end product and see just how much a wrap actually changes a vehicle. And as we heard from Drew earlier, people are not just getting wraps for protection of their vehicle, they're also getting them for aesthetic purposes. So it's really interesting to see the different applications that wraps are actually getting used for. We're just going to take a quick look here at putting the details on in the blackout that Drew was talking about earlier. It's covering all of the silver pieces that are on the Patrol here. So what have you done so far, Drew?
Hey Shah.
How are you?
Mate, this thing's going to take about sort of 25, 27 metres of wrap vinyl.
Yep.
The vinyl's about this wide. Right. So doing just this side took about a day.
Right.
With just one wrapper. And all this was chrome. So the handles on here were chrome.
Yep.
So it's called a Chrome Delete, where we chrome that out. It's a pretty tough job actually.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
Yep.
So we still even have to wrap here.
All right.
So this customer wants a stealth 4-wheel drive.
Nice.
And it gets a vinyl covering like that.
Looks fantastic so far.
It looks mean. These tyres he added on Saturday, and it's going to be this wide, you know.
Nice. Yeah, I guess like as I mentioned earlier, it's really great just to see the scope and also the different things that you can actually do with wraps as well. Like this is a completely different looking vehicle now. Like we'll see some shots from earlier of the bonnet and what the car looked like previously. It looks night and day different now. So yeah, it's a really interesting thing to see, you know, an interesting process to take a look at.
And considering one other thing, it was gloss black. You guys in the 4-wheel drives, you know, it's just going to be dirty like that. It looks great. The satin black is pretty popular with you guys. It still looks a bit blingy, as I say, but it hides some of that dust a lot. So and obviously protects the car.
And protects, that's the most important thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Definitely. And as you mentioned in a previous video that we did, if you happen to get a scratch on one of the panels or something, you can just whip it off, chuck a new one on, Bob's your uncle, and your original paint job underneath is saved.
Exactly.
Fantastic. All right, well, thanks for giving us a bit of a look at that today. We'll catch up another time with you and take a look at some different projects as you're doing them, and we'll look forward to doing that.
Thanks, Sean.
No worries. All right, well, it's been another fascinating insight once again into the wrapping process and how wraps actually go on vehicles. Thanks once again to Drew and the crew down here at Stick It Signs in the wrap booth. If you ever are down here in Burleigh Heads, pop into Dover Drive and have a chat to them. Even if you just wanted some information about getting a wrap for your vehicle, the crew here are really happy to have a chat to you and you know, provide you with some information on what the process is like and what a wrap could look like on your vehicle. All right, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time we get four wheels on the road.